Hey everybody, what is up? Shaun Hadsall here, stubborn fat expert, founder of online community Get Lean in 12. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to tone, sculpt, and build your bicep muscles by going over the anatomy of a dumbbell curl. So there's some common mistakes that I see people make when trying to develop their arms, and I want to share those with you today. I also want to share how to use the proper rep ranges and the amount of training volume needed on arms to really tone them up and stimulate muscle fiber. Now keep in mind, it doesn't matter if you're a female and you got flabby arms and you want to tone them up, or you're a guy who wants to build muscle or tone up more. If you don't have your nutrition in line, you don't have your body fat low enough, you're never going to see definition in your arms. However, when you do get to the point where your body fat is low enough, and during that process you follow the advice I give you in this video, when you do get lean enough, now you have something lean, toned, and sculpted to show for it. Now people always ask me how I developed this peak and how I have such big arm development. Well, part of it's genetics, but the other part is what I'm going to share with you right now. So first of all, before we talk about the proper rep ranges, let's talk about the anatomy of a dumbbell curl and how to do it properly. The first thing you want to understand is that you need to anchor your elbow to your side. A lot of people will drift their elbows back like this or forward. Now what ends up happening is if you drift your elbow forward, you're bringing the front delt in. So one way to prevent from doing that is to anchor your elbow here, and then make sure when you come up you're just past 90, you're not going too far, because if you lift too far, what happens? See that elbow push forward? Now the front delt's kicking in. So we're going to isolate the bicep by exhaling up to the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And then inhaling down to the count of 6. So we always want to lift the weight twice as fast as we lower it, because the eccentric or the negative portion of the movement has actually been shown in research to stimulate more muscle fibers than the lifting portion. So it's not just lifting that tones and sculpts and builds muscle, it's lowering as well, and you need to focus on that. So you're always lowering the weight twice as slow as you lifted the weight. Now let's talk about the proper rep ranges so that you can get the best results. So you have 12 to 15 reps, you have 8 to 12 reps, then you have 5 to 7 reps. If you use these rep ranges in your arm workouts and you train them 2 or 3 times a week with at least 24 to 48 hours in between workouts so they can recover, what ends up happening is you're stimulating both fast twitch and slow twitch muscle fibers. And this is how you're gonna get the best bang for your buck when you're training your biceps. So a good example would be on Mondays, you might wanna do 4 sets where you're using 12 to 15 reps. Then on Wednesdays, you're gonna go ahead and do 4 or 5 sets where you're doing 8 to 12 reps. And then on Fridays, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna do 5 or 6 sets where you're doing 5 to 7 reps. And that's hypertrophy sets. Those are gonna stimulate more muscle fiber. So now you're training in all these different rep ranges. You'll also notice that if you limit your rest periods on the higher rep ranges, the 12 to 15 or the 8 to 12 rep sets, if you limit your rest periods to about 30 seconds in between those sets, your muscles will start burning. Your bicep will feel a burning sensation in it. This is an indication that you are stimulating lactate from producing lactic acid, which is a precursor to growth hormone. So your goal should be in each one of these workouts, the ones from 12 to 15 reps and the one to 8 to 12 reps, your goal should be to create that burn by limiting rest periods and stimulating growth hormone. Then on that Friday where you do the heavier sets, 5 to 7 reps, go ahead and rest longer in between, because these really aren't growth hormone stimulating sets. These are sets that are designed for hypertrophy, in other words, muscle building. So hopefully that makes sense and I didn't overcomplicate what I think is a pretty simple topic. The anatomy of a bicep curl, how to use the right rep ranges. If you got something out of this, do me a favor, share it, tag somebody you think could benefit from this, give me some likes, give me some hearts. And then somewhere around this video, I'm gonna put a link to click or tap for those of you out there that are over 35 years old. So I specialize in helping people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s reactivate declining hormones with a specific 12-minute protocol that's done 5 times per week, so a total of 1 hour per week, to stimulate massive amounts of growth hormone, up to 400 to 700%. And when you click the link around this video, you'll see studies backing that claim up. And then you'll also stimulate massive amounts of adrenaline. And adrenaline is a precursor to burning more stubborn fat. So click the link around this video. You can go check out that system. It's called the Over 40 Absolution. And we've already reached well over 100,000 people with it. And I hope you can benefit from it too. Thanks for watching and keep going strong.